Okay, so here's the deal. It looks like your boy Chris Light Brown won't be on the show Power over some alleged anger issues. The good people at page6.com wrote an article, and it was posted by someone named Emily Smith. Emily named the article "Execs Block Chris Brown Role on Power Over, quote, anger issues." Cheddar cheese. What anger issues could they be speaking of? Now, I've never seen Christopher J. Light Brown ever act angry. I've never seen him throw a motherfucking chair through a window. I've never seen him hang a bitch upside down and use a forehead as a speed bag. I've never seen Christopher J. Light Brown do anything wrong, Jesus. I don't know what you're talking about. But let me go ahead and read you the article so we can figure this out together. Emily writes, Chris Brown, quote, lost it after he was booted from 50 Cent's show Power just before he allegedly pulled a gun on a former beauty pageant contestant. Why don't they call her what she is? The original Joanne the Scammer. She was the inspiration for Brandon's character. But anyways, it's none of my business. You know what? I take that back. She's allegedly a shiesty scammer chick. I'm not saying she is. Allegedly, some people are alleging that she's done some pretty shady stuff in her past. I'm not saying that that's the type of chick that she is. I'm just saying according to reports. I'm not confirming, nor am I denying, nor am I co-signing, just in case. Okay, that's my disclaimer, so don't come for me. Even though I am rich, I have $14. Back to the story, Jesus. Sources tell us 50 has promised his friend Brown a major role. Really, Chris Brown and 50 Cent are friends? I just doodled in my pants a little bit. A solid doodle, not even a runny doodle. A solid, I literally just snitted in my pants just a little bit. Between crazy light-skinned Chris Brown and crazy brown-skinned 50 Cent, that's just too much crazy to be in the same room at the same time. Anyway, back to the story. Sources tell us 50 had promised his friend Chris Brown a major role on his hit star show, but network execs put a stop to the plan. A source close to Brown told us, quote, 50 promised Chris a big role on Power playing a drug dealer, but 50 didn't consult the network first, and execs were not happy when they found out about it. The source continued, quote, the network insisted that Chris' casting was not going to happen because of fears about his anger issues. There was a big blow up, and they had to tell Chris he was not going to get the role. The news was delivered to him early Monday. He was livid, end quote. At 3 a.m. on Tuesday, aspiring actress Bailey Curran called police, claiming Brown pointed a gun at her after she was admiring a diamond necklace during a party at his home. First of all, the woman who wrote this article is like basically just agreeing with whatever this woman said as if she might not be lying. She's not even saying that the information was alleged. She's speaking as if whatever that woman said was actual fact, confirmed, and there's no way that there's no room for that woman lying. That's really interesting. Just for the record. The article goes on to say, when police arrived, they were denied entry and told to obtain a search warrant, which they should be told. They shouldn't be coming to people's houses without a warrant. Anyway, causing an hours-long standoff at the singer's home. First of all, it wasn't a standoff. They needed to obtain a warrant in order to go into his home. Standard procedure. Standard procedure equals a standoff. Interesting. Causing an hours-long standoff at the singer's home that was covered live by several networks. Brown was arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon and released on $250,000 bail. But Brown insists he was set up, and his lawyer, Mark Garagos, believes his accuser, quote, fabricated the gun threat. 50 Cent and Brown are close friends. Having worked on a number of tracks together, 50 defended Brown after his arrest, writing on Instagram, quote, this my boy. I watched him come up. A lot of shit he go through. It's crazy to me. Let me stop reading it like that. If someone calls 911 and says you pulled a gun on them in your house, are the police coming to create a bunker at the end of your driveway for 11 hours to wait for a search warrant, then live stream it? This must be VIP treatment. Shaking my head. Before I read the rest of this article, it's only a couple sentences. Let me just say this. Thank you, 50 Cent. Thank you for saying that. Yes, definitely some VIP treatment. Not a very important person, but for villains, inmates, and prisoners. I mean, like he said, like this happened at this man's house. You're some stranger in his house. For all the police knew, she could have been an intruder pretending to be a guest or any other sort of scenario. They acted as if Chris Brown must have done something wrong automatically. And I'm not saying Chris Brown is an innocent little lamb. I'm just saying, though, sometimes you got to give people the benefit of the doubt as opposed to giving them the doubt of the benefit. But anyways, back to the last couple of sentences. Reps for Stars didn't comment and Geragos didn't get back to us. On Thursday, 50 Cent was still insisting he'll get Brown on the show despite the network's reservations. He told Page Six, quote, "Tune into Power next season because you will see Chris Brown." Thank you, EW, and thank you, 50 Cent. Man, this is crazy. You know, I sit back sometime and I read these stories and I just say to myself now, how could these people even say some of the things that they say in these articles? Like, how could the police get away with the stuff they get away with? At the end of the day, what it all boils down to is this. We the people decide what the media, the police, all the rest of them, all of these people who are quote unquote in charge, people who are authorities, people who have influence, it comes down to us. You know, we hear all these things about how the rappers are so dangerous and this celebrity and that celebrity is something we got to watch out for. Hell, even the Illuminati, you got to watch out for the Illuminati. But you know who they don't tell us to watch out for? The authorities and the media, who have a lot of influence on our daily lives pretty much. And those are definitely two groups of people that we need to be watching out for. But you don't hear me though. But I'll talk about it more another time. Because I'm going to wait, let it marinate. And the way I'm going to break it down is going to be only the way that somebody like me could break it down. And there's only one of me. There's only one like me. So only I can break it down the way I'm going to break it down to you. You know, it's going to be cold-blooded. But anyways, let me know what you think about it all below. Do you think 50 is ever going to get Chris Brown on the show? Or do you think Chris Light Brown is plumb snit out of luck? Either way, let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. I personally only see snippets of Power. However, I would watch a whole episode if Taraji P. Henson, Chris Brown, or one of my other faves was on the show. Would you watch if Chris was there? Is it a good show? Have you ever watched it before? Let me know below. Meat Magazine.